This is the VA500 with the transfer airlock. I just want to give you an introduction to the controls of the system. Up here is the control panel for the various gas settings. We're able to make changes to oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon dioxide, with the balance being nitrogen. Here is the temperature controller. We're able to go ahead and set whatever temperature level we want, and that temperature will be maintained within the entire workstation. The porthole system operates with two doors, an inner airlock door and an outer airlock door. In order to gain access to the workstation, we place the sleeve over our wrists, depress the vacuum switch, which draws a vacuum on the sleeve. After that vacuum is drawn, we introduce gas, which is just the nitrogen, back into the sleeve, and repeat that cycle an additional time. We then depress the inner airlock door release switch, which allows us to then gain access to the inside of the workstation. Now, this workstation does not have the shelf in place at this time, but that shelf can be added if so desired. I will also point out that the inner airlock door for the porthole door does have a shelf present, so that we can place a stack of plates or other materials and introduce them into the workstation after we've gone through the flush. On the right hand side here we have the transfer airlock. This is a large airlock that allows you to put in a tray full of materials, liquids. At the conclusion of doing an airlock flush cycle, which we initiate by just depressing this button, we can then open the inner airlock door to transfer the items from the airlock to the main portion of the chamber. All we need to do to achieve that is to depress the blue button here after the airlock flush is complete, and the inner door will open up. Once we are completed with bringing the materials from the outer airlock into the main machine here, we just depress that blue button again, and we can have a look over here. We'll see that the door will close.
Okay.
We're now looking at the left-hand side of the workstation. This is where we have the dehumidification control system. When we detect that the instrument has reached a certain humidity level and we want to get that humidity level down, this fan will turn on, blowing air onto this panel, making the panel inside the workstation the coolest part of the workstation. Condensation will then collect on that panel, where it's collected inside here in a trough. Every 20 minutes, that trough will have the liquid removed by these peristaltic pumps, which will pump the humidity, the moisture, into this container where it will passively evaporate. And that's how we're able to automatically control the humidity levels within the workstation. The gas connections to the rear of the VA500 consist of 4 lines, which are 6mm tubing, which then connect to a regulator. There are gas lines for compressed air, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and a mixture of 10% hydrogen, 90% nitrogen. Those gas combinations are mixed by the microprocessor-controlled solenoid valves within the workstation to achieve the desired gas level settings that you have inputted into the control panel.